Okay, the reason I say your hips lie is because ultimately there are things that are happening in your hips that you're not in control of, and they may or may not be contributing to the pain that you're experiencing on a regular daily basis. So for this class, like I said, you're gonna need a ball, yoga block, small pillow, something that you can place between your knees. Squeeze in and hold that block. It's kind of a heavy block. So what you're gonna do for that first exercise, this is what we're gonna call the supine hook lying diaphragmatic breathing, okay? So similar to the introduction, the diaphragmatic breathing introduction, she's gonna give me a big exhale, get all that air out, and belly's going down. She's gonna inhale through her nose, silent inhale, out through her mouth. Okay, as she does this, she's digging her heels in and trying to pull her heels towards her. All right, let's do this 3 times together. All right, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, there's tension in her hamstrings, there's tension into the block. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more. Very nice. And you want to try to hold empty for about 2 to 3 seconds, okay? Because you want to give your body a chance to understand that this is a safe position for you to be in. All right, from here, stand up slowly and find yourself a nice solid wall. So for the purpose of this exercise, I am going to be her wall because where we're shooting, we don't have a wall right now. So your block is gonna go, block, ball, pillow, is gonna go between your knees. So go ahead and put that between your knees. Your feet are gonna be about hip width apart, so not wide at all, and your toes are pointed straight ahead. All right, so I'm gonna be her wall. What she's gonna do is she's gonna lean back into me so the weight is on her heels, right? I've got her, I'm not gonna let her go. Keep going. There. So you see how it's kind of a wall sit, but it's a very relaxed wall sit. Her knees are not bent that far. She's reaching her hands towards her toes, maybe a little bit towards that block in front of her. You can see she's rounded through her upper back. The base of her rib cage is against the wall, and her pelvis, the top of her pelvis is against the wall. Her pelvis is tucked underneath, all right? In this position, we're gonna do 5 breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. With each inhale, I want you to reach further, all right? Breathe in and out. Reach those hands further from you as far as you can with each exhale. Hold empty for 3, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Very nice. 2 more breaths just like that. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. That weight should stay in those heels. Allow yourself to sink into that wall. Good, relax. Okay, I'm gonna guide her forward. Okay, so as you do that, what you should feel is a ton of tension in your abs. Rib cage should be kind of pulling down and back into the wall. So if you imagine this as like a lampshade, right? We don't wanna be, go ahead and stick your ribs as far out as you can. We don't wanna be there. That is the exact opposite of what we're trying to accomplish. So rib cage is coming back, pelvis is tucking under. You can see it already puts her here into her heels, and her hamstrings are far more active. If you're feeling your quads too much, you're bending your knees too far. All the way out. Okay, so we're gonna go into our hip CARs, or controlled articular rotations. So now our job is to take our hip through its biggest pain-free range of motion that we can without compensating anywhere else, all right? You've already done this in your full morning routine. Now's your chance to integrate it into a workout. Okay, so go ahead and kick this heel as far over as you can. We're gonna do 3 reps per side. All right, so first things first, she's bringing that leg across her body and she's tall through this stance leg, right? Her arm is straight, so there's no chance she's gonna kick the dowel. Go ahead and sweep that ankle bone up as high as you can. Good. Now find neutral. Good. Open the gate like Captain Morgan. Notice she hasn't opened her pelvis too, her knee has just gone out as far as it can. Raise that heel towards the ceiling, your knee is gonna come down slightly. Good, and kick back. Squeeze your glute, and that's it. That's as far as you need to go. Knees come together. Now reverse. Lift out to the side. Good. Externally rotate as you come through. Bring the knee forward into neutral. Externally rotate and kick across like hacky sack. Stab that heel across. Let's do 2 more reps. All right. hacky sack, neutral, open gate to that Captain Morgan, ankle bone to ceiling, dog at the fire hydrant to get that back corner. What you're not seeing is she's not tilting forward as she does this. Go ahead and go back. This is a good speed. She's got a little bit of tension in her core. She's pushing down through that dowel to make sure that she's not compensating anywhere else. All right, it's up, it's around, it's out, it's back. Good. Out one more time, all the way back through and down. Beautiful, let's switch sides. Okay, same procedure, and I'm talking you through, once I'm here. Same procedure on this side. I'm talking you through this so that you can focus more on what you're doing with your body and you're not trying to watch yourself do this. If you feel comfortable, you can put yourself in front of a mirror and that does help. All right, let's go. Go ahead and bring that heel across your body, up towards me in that hacky sack position. So as far into this as you can. Good. Knee is going to come across, to neutral. Good. And then out as far as you can before that front of the pelvis comes along. Ankle bone's going to come up. Dog at the fire hydrant, knees come back and together. All right, kick back, find your glute. Lift that knee out to the side as far as you can. Sweep all the way back through to Captain Morgan. And then knee to neutral, hacky sack, and then kick me. Very nice, maybe not that forceful. All right, one more rep. Right, we did 2 already. Good. She's enjoying this. This is her whole workout for the day. And I can tell you she's sweating. It's disgusting. I'm just kidding. All right, and all the way across. Beautiful. Okay, so this is how we start to integrate hips into getting our rib cage to work with our pelvis, and then allowing this guy to move more freely independent of those two. All right, this is where you're gonna want a pillow or a yoga block, something to support your head. And then your block is gonna go between your knees. You're gonna be almost to the fetal position, knees right in front of your hips, okay? You are now going to do what we did on the floor, which is pull our rib cage back, round that low back as much as you can, tuck your pelvis under. So this way, there. Good, so what you wanna make sure you're doing is you're not arching your low back in order to accomplish this. Okay, we're gonna do 4 reps of what we're gonna call a side lying right leg reach. Okay, we're laying on our left side, we're reaching with our top leg. What's gonna happen is she's gonna breathe in through her nose. With each exhale, she's gonna drive her knee as far forward as she can, leaving her left hip behind. So you'll start to see this is gonna go that way, towards the camera. There. Pinching down on the block, this stays as much as you can. That block's obviously pretty big. Through your nose, out through your mouth. With each exhale, you're gonna try to reach a little bit further. So you're trying to drive that. So without losing this, you are trying to slide this knee that way.
Slide it this way?
Yeah.
This way? Like
yeah, so what you start to feel is left inner thigh, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So, but don't lose this. I know, it sucks. This is, okay. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so the goal of this exercise is to hold rib cage down, keep pelvis square. You're gonna reach this top knee forward as you do this. Left leg is gonna stay behind. What you should immediately feel is that left inner thigh. That's gonna be coming online hard, okay? So now we're gonna coordinate that with our breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth, drive that exhale. Good. Get as empty as you can. 3 more reps. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Very nice. You're gonna hit a point where you can't reach further. That's okay, keep working that intent. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Last breath. And drive. Very nice. Okay. Slowly relax. Good. So all of this together is going to feel like ab and oblique tension. It's going to feel like bottom inner thigh, as well as you probably will feel a little bit of top inner thigh. What we don't want to feel is a cramping in the bottom hip. If you're feeling a cramping in that left hip, you've lost the tuck. We want to make sure that that hip stays tucked underneath, like this, not, can you arch your low back for me?
This way?
Yep, that. I know it's a slight difference, but it's going to change the sensation completely and change completely what we're working on. All right, go ahead and flip over to your other side. So now you're going to be laying on your right hip. Okay, so now we are doing our right side lying, left leg pull back. So the last exercise we did, we reached the right knee forward. We're gonna basically do the same thing, except now the right leg is gonna stay stationary and the left leg is going to move. The block is gonna stay in between those knees, bring it up to 90 degrees, and tuck that pelvis underneath. So rib cage goes down, pelvis tucks. I know that this is intense. I know this is a lot. It's a lot of abs, but it's for a reason. We have to try to bring you out of belly breathing, rib cage flaring out forward. Okay? So the goal of this one is to take a breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and this hip slides back in space. So left hip slides behind right, or left knee slides behind right. This is the one where you're gonna be really tempted to overextend your low back. You have to fight that. Keep this tucked, big breath in, and out, reach, pull the whole pelvis back in space. Yeah. You feel that left inner thigh?
Yeah.
It's intense, okay? 2 more breaths, just like that. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Very good. Last time, right here. Very nice. All right, she's gonna relax for a second. We're gonna repeat that 1 more round. I know, it's intense, it's hard. What should end up happening though when you stand up is that everything should feel so free, so relaxed. You're gonna feel a lot more activity in that left inner thigh, and it's gonna feel very easy to stand on your left heel, which I know sounds obscure, but as soon as you try it, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go 1 more round. Okay, 4 breaths. Keep these abs tight. Okay, draw these abs in. There. Good. Stay there. Big breath in. And pull. Sliding that hip back. Beautiful. All right, I know that this is tough. Do your best. 60% right is still better than 0% right. Okay, so even if you're not feeling all of the things I'm talking about, that's totally fine. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good. Pull back 1 last time. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Very good. Okay. So relax. How's your inner thigh?
Woo.
It's talking, right?
Yeah.
Good. But in a good way?
In a good way.
Okay. So now we're going to come back to hip cars. So this is kind of our way of reassessing how things have gone. They should feel looser. They should feel freer. All right. We're going to come back to standing with our dowel. We're just going to do 2 reps through, just enough for you to feel the difference, okay? So starting with your left leg, cross that left leg over right, nice and tall through our right leg. Pull into hacky sack. Good, slow and controlled. Neutral. Drive that hip out towards me. Good, knees going out, ankle bone comes up. Dog at the fire hydrant. Can you that leg over for me? Good. Up to a hacky sack. To neutral. Open that gate, leaving this hip behind. Good. Ankle bone's going to come up, reach back as far as you can. Knee goes forward slightly, and then kick straight back. Notice she hasn't gotten her belly any closer to that dowel. Lift that heel up as far as you can. Good. All the way back through to that starting position. Beautiful. All right, switch around to the other side. And cross that over, lift that up. Out to the hacky sack. Good. Neutral. Open that gate as far as you can. Internally rotate, lift the heel towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Nice job. Reach back as far as you can, keeping your abs tight. Good. Go ahead and kick back. Lift that knee out to the side. Slowly externally rotate through. Very nice. Knee comes back across towards me, and then kick that heel. Good. 1 more rep. Ankle bone up to neutral, out to the side, ankle bone goes out, very nice, reach straight back, Good. Out. All the way through. All the way back to that starting position. All right. Relax. How did that feel comparing one to the other?
I feel like it has more. I feel like there's more space,
Yeah?
more range of motion. Not as limited.
She wasn't coached to say that, I promise. All right. If you had any big aha moments, anything that you're like, ooh, I want to use that throughout the day, all of this stuff is honestly going to be so helpful. So the more you integrate it into your day, the better. Leave that feedback below. Have any questions, you can always ask. All right? Talk to you soon.